Yeah. So hey there, everyone. So welcome to another session where we're going to interview our best students who achieved very high results. So with me, I have Dr. Abdul Ozaal. So actually, if I'm not mistaken, doctor is a surgeon, by the way. So he took IELTS, yeah, and he took IELTS and achieved a very high score in his first attempt. So Dr. Abdul, welcome to our session. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you so much, Nash. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah. So could you please tell us why did you decide to take the exam? What was the reason?
Yeah. As you all know that I'm a surgeon, so I need to do my foreign training. So to do that, I need IELTS or OET, a higher score. So in terms of IELTS, I need overall band 7.0 and overall 7.5 band, and individually I need 7.0 for each component. So otherwise I can't migrate for my foreign training. So that's the purpose I took the exam.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And I think you have achieved more than the required score. So that's wonderful.
Of course, thanks to you and the team. Yes, yeah.
Thank you very much. So also, could you please tell us where did you take this exam? At IDP,
Yeah.
or British Council?
No, it's British Council. So I didn't know that there is a institute called IDP, so I can book this. I just Googled and just searched, and just British Council popped up, and I booked it with them. Then I heard that IDP was available, and some prefer that over this, but it doesn't matter as far as I concern the exam concern. So it's what you do and how well you perform. That's it. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Actually, we want to know what you would like to share. For example, what would be your advice? Because if you know there are so many candidates in Sri Lanka, they struggle to achieve their required score in their first attempt. So could you please share like what were your thoughts before preparing and taking the exam, and what would be your advice now?
Yeah. From my education background, I have a kind of average English knowledge, but I knew that even though I'm okay with the basic English knowledge, the IELTS will be a very tough task. So I had prepared enough before attempting any exams. Secondly, most of us what we'll do is we'll prepare and we'll think that we'll book in the future, but we'll never book. You will just postpone it, and you wait for the good time, but it never comes. So what I have done is I have set aside like 2 months of my solid preparation time, and then I got your help also. So I got to know there are express courses I can attend. So I needed a good a native English speaker like the accent and everything else. Like, and then I prepared hard and then I attempted. That's it. So it's simple. Yeah.
Actually, I think you mentioned a very nice point. Not to postpone, not to procrastinate, but to kind of fix a date and take the exam. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Could you please tell us how was the exam? I mean, on that particular day, how was it for you? Were you nervous? What was your approach?
Yeah. So actually, from a personal point of view, it's very what do you call? I was very nervous at first, but the examiners were little, they're very strict in the sense like for the exam arrangement and the rules and regulations. But apart from that, they are very helpful, and they gave even cup of water, and then they gave breaks in between. But so it was a really different experience because that you have to sit for the written exam. I took the IELTS on paper, so I had to sit there at a stretch. So you have to empty your bladder before you get in. So as far as I remember, so when I got to the third part, that's the writing part, I was filled. Like I had to go to washroom. So it was very challenging for me then. So luckily I managed some time, and then I I followed, what I have prepared earlier, your advice, everything. So that saved me actually. So, so you have to, prepare thoroughly. That will, take you out of tight spots, I think. Yes.
Great. Could you please also tell us about the last week of your preparation? What were you doing? Were you trying to cram
Yeah.
everything, or did you have a strategy?
No, I don't think that the IELTS exam, it's not a like a they won't test your knowledge. It does an English test, so you have to do the exam. So you have to know the sets of questions, and you have to know your own. You know, you may be good in some aspect, and you may be not. So luckily that you have identified and you have advised me that you can get through the speaking part, but you have to concentrate on the writing component. So like that, you have to identify your weaknesses, and then you have to concentrate more on that, and then you can just, rest of the thing will fall apart. That just fall in. And so I have written, several essays with you, and also I myself I have written, like like 20 or 25 essays. I even downloaded the original the answer sheet, and I printed it, and I set on an exam condition. I timed it, and I wrote all the essays. Actually, that saved me, I think. So as you can see my scores, it's like 7.0. Like, if I even 0.5 bands down, so I would have done it again. So thanks to your help, and then hard work. So that's what I did during the last week. So not to cram everything, and that's no use at all. Yeah.
Yeah, very impressive because what you mentioned, like writing 20 essays and also to simulate exam conditions. I think that was the right thing. I have another question because you're a surgeon. I'm pretty sure you have a very hectic schedule. And so how did you manage your time? Because I think that's going to be a very important advice for others. So how did you find the
Yeah.
time for preparation?
No, it depends, how you do your normal studies. Like, I'm a person like I allocate like a standard set of time, like, a couple of hours every day for my studies. So it's not a big deal for me to use that time to study IELTS, like, do exam papers. Mainly, I took the Cambridge. The question paper that Nash, you all also follow those things. I saw that, and secondly, that your platform, it was very helpful. Because like you have taken all the burden out of us. So you have devised a good plan. So over the stretch of 5 or 6 weeks, it gives us, if you follow that, then you will be automatically, you will finish all the work you have to do on your own. So it was, so I have completed most of the tasks we are given in your platform. So for a person who are not that much organized and, haphazard, that kind of a platform will be very useful. Ultimately, you have to spend a significant amount of time persistently each day to achieve that goal. Yeah, that's it.
That's true. I think consistency matters a lot. So I think
Yes.
you're a great example. Great. Yeah. So what are your future plans, doctor? So what I plan to
Yeah,
achieve
so I
and
have,
yeah.
yes, I have used this IELTS score, and I have registered with the General Medical Council UK, and I have got the registration. So I am now licensed to practice in UK. So I'm now kind of finding a suitable job for me. So hopefully in a couple of months I'll migrate. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yes.
I wish you all the very best. And I also must say that, you're a great example
Yeah.
because everything that you mentioned, consistency,
Yeah.
dedication. So I'm pretty
Yes.
sure, I'm sure that you've already achieved so many things, and I'm pretty sure you're going to achieve greater things in the future. So we wish you all the very
Thanks to
best.
you, because Nash and the Shaz, everyone. So you are very helpful. Actually, the free course you have given at the end of the that express course, it was very helpful. So you had a busy schedule. You were on a foreign trip, as far as I remember. But even you took your time, and you have given your best, and yeah, you always think of helping us. Yeah. So that's the thing.
Thank you very much, Doctor, because that matters a lot. Thank you very much.